I completely forgot what I was saying.
Nah. There's something on my shirt.
Hey guys, welcome to our channel, and before I even get into the video, I would just like to thank you guys for watching. Whether you're a newcomer or an old subscriber, make sure you guys like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel so you can see any other videos that we put out. So before I even begin, I'm going to give you guys a quick rundown for those of you who haven't been watching us for a while. For those of you who have, you already know this. Michaela, Cassia, and I, we all attend an HBCU, and we go to the Hampton University. Within our 3 years of going to an HBCU, and I'm pretty sure anybody out there who has ever attended an HBCU in their life can attest to this, I've heard some pretty crazy myths about what people think about HBCUs. Think about the people who go there, the curriculum, the food. People have these preconceived notions of what it is or what it should be, even though they have never attended an HBCU.
And we're here to debunk some of those rumors because it just has to be done.
So, first misconception about Hampton specifically. People think Hampton is a party school. We are not a party school. We party, but we're not a party school. Hampton is strict, a dry campus, and I feel like there's more kickbacks than there are parties, to be honest. The big parties that we actually be having is homecoming and spring fest and stuff like that, but I don't really think we're a party school. Like, we get lit, but I feel like everybody does that in their own right, but I don't really think that's something Hampton is known for, to be honest.
Number 2 is everybody knows what HBCUs are. So obviously everyone doesn't know what an HBCU is. I didn't even know what an HBCU was at some point in time in my life. But when I was in high school, I was lucky enough to gain that experience and gain that exposure to be able to know what an HBCU was. I went on a lot of college tours in high school, but I can say in my high school, they didn't really they showed us a few HBCUs, but it wasn't a major thing. So it wasn't something that they wanted us to go to. They briefly told us about it. I don't know if it's because they had to, but even a lot of people that currently go to Hampton now, they didn't know about HBCUs before. They didn't know about Hampton, and everyone's story is different on how they figure that out.
Number 3, people think Hampton is in the Hamptons. Hampton University is in Hampton, Virginia, the South, the country, the DMV. Dang, does that count as a DMV? Whatever. It's not in the Hamptons. It's not in New York. I wish it was in New York, and I'm lying. We're from New York. We in Virginia right now. Hampton is not in the Hamptons, okay? Hampton, Virginia, okay? Completely different.
Misconception number 4. A lot of people seem to think, for whatever reason, that people who attend Hampton are rich. And I am here to tell you that that is not the case. First off, I'm not rich, so that means everyone in Hampton is not rich. Also, a lot of the students there attend school, whether it be on scholarship, on loans, other sources of money that don't come from their family or them themselves. And even though it is an expensive institution, I do understand that, and that would be a reason why people would assume that everyone's rich. Is not the truth. Not at all. Misconception number 5. Not everyone who goes to an HBCU is woke or educated, I guess I can say, about certain things, especially when it comes to the Black community. You'd be surprised the things that come out of people's mouths, how ignorant they are, and how stereotypical they can be. Even though Black people as a community are often put up against stereotypes ourselves. I think people kind of think that attending an HBCU is kind of similar like to the black people who are in, what is that show? Oh man, I don't remember what the name of the show is. So no, not everyone who goes to an HBCU is woke.
Number 6, which is lack of diversity. Only like black students attend HBCUs. Well, first, let me just say it's not only black people that attend HBCUs. We still have like other students of like other races and ethnicities and backgrounds that attend Hampton. So it's not only just black students. And even if it is like just black students, like obviously most of our population is black. Black people come from everywhere, literally. Everyone doesn't look the same. Everyone is not like from the same background. Like everyone is brought up differently. So the diversity is actually like out of this world. Being from New York and then you meet people that's from
Mississippi or from Florida, or you meet people from Jersey or the West Coast like Cali and Washington, Texas, like all of those other places, or Detroit.
I don't know. I have a Caribbean background. My mother's Trinidadian, my dad is Haitian. Just because our skin color looks like similar, that doesn't mean that we're all from the same place. That doesn't mean that we lack diversity, and it doesn't mean that we're all the same, because that's far from it. Going to college at Hampton, like different people have taught me many things. I have friends that are
from Germany, Russia, they were like born in France, like all these other places, and then they come here to go to school.
I have friends from like literally everywhere.
Misconception number 7, all HBCU food is good. Not true. Every time I tell somebody that I go to an HBCU, they always get hyped, like talking about some,
oh my god, you guys have fried chicken Wednesdays? I would love to have fried chicken Wednesdays.
No, the fried chicken is not even good. Mac and cheese is like, it's like not good. I don't even know how else to explain it. Like, it's not stuck together like how baked mac and cheese is supposed to be. You know, it's like watery and not watery, but like, I don't know, it's just not good is what I'm trying to get at. But as a college student, you either are gonna make something out of it or pay for food. Typically I pay for food, or if I do feel like making something out of it, like, you really just got to cook your own food in the caf. I realized that it takes a lot of experimenting to get good at it, I guess. But like sometimes what I do is I'll
take like the grilled chicken that they're serving, you know, break it up, and then I'll get some nacho chips and like salsa, cheese, sour cream, lettuce, beans, and I'll make myself a whole little nachos pile. Like when I did have to eat in the caf, I used to be eating good, because I'm the type of person, I can't force myself to eat anything that is not edible.
I won't do it. I'm very picky. Yeah, I'd rather starve. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'd rather starve. But yeah, HBCU food is not all that is cracked up to be.
Number 8. People think our work is easier than Ivy Leagues, right? And so this goes for Hampton and this goes for HBCUs in general. A lot of people underestimate like the academic rigor of Hampton University and HBCUs in general. And I'm here to start straight that Hampton is known for like business, right? Like business is one of our biggest schools. They prepare us to be able to compete with the real world and like other schools, top schools, and that's exactly what we do. People end up in those Ivy Leagues, people end up in top schools, especially when they go to grad school and stuff. And another thing, one thing I do love about Hampton is a lot of our coursework, like our curriculums, are very unique. These are curriculums you're not gonna find everywhere else, especially like the business school. When I tell people the classes I'm taking and that I have to take, the way it's designed, like my Master's of Business Administration program, it's not the same, and it's not a program you can find everywhere. Like, ask around, and I promise you can. And I'm not saying it's harder, but we're definitely like level playing field. They may have more access to certain things and resources, but we can hold our weight. Like, I'm gonna put it that way. Number 9. Number 9 is one of my favorite misconceptions. HBCUs do not provide proper preparation. That people believe that HBCUs do not prepare for the real world, or that we're kind of sheltered. Let me tell you something about Hampton University. We are probably one of the most like strict HBCUs, I know, they definitely prepare us for the world multiple ways. There are many schools that make it mandatory for us to get internships, and these have to be like paid internships, and we get graded on the internship because they want to make sure that we're doing a good job. Regardless of that, we also have outside companies speaking to us literally every single week, every single day. When it comes to dress code, like learning how to dress, we can't dress any way we want on our campus, and this is just specific to Hampton because I know a lot of other schools are very lenient, but Hampton does not play that. So we always have to wear business pros to certain events and stuff like that, and they're very strict on it. Color wise, hair wise, it's not something I agree with. Like, one of our mottos for my school is stay informed, connected, and flexible. Like, you always have to be able to conform to certain situations. You never know like what circumstances you're going to be under. We are around Black people a lot. Congratulations, like, it's not that big of a deal. Our internships, we see other colors. When we go to conferences, we see all of that, okay? And we're still able to carry ourselves correctly, hold our weight, network, all of these things, and stand out, because not only do they prepare us, but they over prepare us, okay? We all still gonna end up in the same jobs, and regardless if it's something we've never experienced, they always teach us to adapt.
Number 10, HBCUs are a backup plan, which they're not. This one kind of goes hand in hand with the other misconception that HBCUs lack a good education compared to PWIs. I guess if you think that, you would kind of think this misconception too, but it's not true. Personally, for me, Hampton wasn't a backup option for me, and HBCU was never a backup option for me. I always wanted to, once I learned about HBCUs, I always wanted to go to an HBCU. It was just a matter of which one I was going to. Once I got accepted to Hampton, I didn't apply to any other school because I knew Hampton was the school that I wanted to go to. And I think that people, they think that HBCUs are a backup plan because they think it lacks education.
Our education is either on the same level or better than PWI.
A lot of people at Hampton, their family before them went to Hampton or like other HBCUs, so that makes them like legacy for Hampton. So in that case, Hampton can't be a backup plan for them because it's something that you want to like continue in your family tradition. This is like new to my family, but it's definitely something that I'd continue. But that's all. And those are our 10 misconceptions about HBCUs.